All right, hi guys. Okay, so yeah, so I'm gonna try something. I'm gonna try to harden this gear. Okay, there's nothing to lose here. It's already shot. Um, Come on, focus. There we go. Yeah, ignore the fibers that are in there. So this gear's already toast, but I do have a portion of the back side here. Um, which is reasonably okay. Well, it is okay. So what I did is I pressed out the shaft with my arbor press using the caveman style. I just had this, whoops, let me see here. Yeah, just kind of had it in here. There we go. Kind of like that. And then, boop, oops, it's oh, I had it this way with the socket on top. Use my arbor press and pressed it out. So, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to use a MAP gas torch. I'm going to heat this up, I guess cherry red, and I'm going to quench it in some, I think canola oil. So anyhow, and I don't know how this will show up on camera. So I'm going to do this right near where the teeth are still bad. So I'm going to do it right here. Oops, come on, focus, focus, focus. There we go. Yeah, right near where the teeth start getting bad. So I'm going to let you look at the tops there. Hopefully this stays focused. I'm going to run my file across these teeth right here, right in the middle. Okay, and let me put this down here. So I'm going to show you what we're up against here. So I'm going to do that. This is like a triangular needle file, and I'm just going to file this. Oops. I'm not applying a tremendous amount of pressure. Give it about 10 seconds or so here. Alright, so let's see. Come on, focus. Yep, there you can see. See how the gear? Yep, right there you can see it. The three little marks it looks like. Yeah, so it scratches it up quite readily. Now this is the pinion that goes into it. So I'm going to pick a tooth here. Okay, and just show you, these are the teeth of the pinion. Come on, focus. Oops, there we go. Come on, focus. You can see they are in pristine condition. Okay, so I'm going to take and hit this with the file on one of these teeth. Okay, come on, focus. Focus. Okay, focus. Now I'm going to do this. Actually, I'm going to just lay that against that side so I have. Ow, keep hitting my finger. Sorry, it's not in focus better, guys. Okay, so there's that tooth. And I'll put it right towards you. Hopefully, oh, right there. Come on, focus. Focus. Focus! There we go. Okay. You can probably see no marks on that gear. Okay. Gotta run my finger across it. Nope, can't catch anything with my fingernail. And this gear, let's see if I can find where I did it. And yep, that's pretty quick for me to find. Oops, come on, focus. Focus. Oh, come on. No. You can see those marks right in there. Right there. Right there. At the bottom. So, this is an unhardened gear. So, gotta try to harden this puppy. See what I can get. Yeah, nothing to lose at this point. I don't think. Alright. There'll be a part 2, maybe a part 3. Alright, that's it. Bye for now. Alright guys, so I'm in the CNC room here. Got some regular old MAP gas. This burns hotter than regular propane. I got some canola oil for quenching. And I got this rod with the gear here. And I got a glove just in case the rod gets hot, a welding glove. So let me see, bear with me here. I don't know if I can shoot video and do this at the same time. We'll see. If not, the video will end early for you. Just gonna put the glove on. I got a feeling the rod's going to get hot. Sorry, was out of frame. Forgot about that. Okay. There we go. Okay. Gonna turn on the ventilation. Yay! Alrighty then. Well, I had her cherry red. It looked purple. Sorry, I'll wait for that to stop. Okay, so it, yeah, it looked purple on video, but it was cherry red. So yeah, let's see. Oh, still hot. Oh yeah, I'm gonna leave that right in there for a little bit. So okay, next part will be to run a file across it and see if that actually hardened it. So yeah, okay. Experiments! That's the only way we discover things. Alright, bye for now. Alright, so it's a few minutes after the video in the CNC room. So this is the part that I theoretically just case hardened or hardened. So we'll see here. Let me pick a spot. Yeah, I'm going to try right next to the, right here. Come on, focus, focus, focus. I'm going to try right next to this broken tooth here. So in between the, yeah, let's see if maybe I can hit both of them. So we'll get kind of a before. Okay. Yeah, there's fuzzles I used to rag again to clean the gear. And just, yeah, because the gear, Andrew's right. These things are like punched out. They have a very rough, yeah, sort of edge around here. I don't know if it shows up on camera, but it's very unsightly. This side here is pretty much perfectly smooth, so they punched it out in this direction going down. Geez, my fingernails are dirty. Hey, I'm working. What the heck, you know? But yeah, so you can see how that side's relatively clean. Now, of course, where the gears are screwed up, but yeah, and then this side here, of course, you can see how it's kind of very, yeah, where it's been kind of punched out. Very rough surface. So, okay, so let me locate here again. It was in between, let me see here, where are we at? Oh, it was right there, I believe. Was that it? No, it was right here, I think. I think it was right there. Oops, come on. Focus. Was it right there? We'll do it right there, right where that one's folded over, I guess. Yeah, so, okay, so I'm going to try the file on there and see if it hardened it. You probably want to see, don't you? It don't feel like it's biting, that's for damn sure. Okay, so there we go there. And come on, focus. Focus, you piece of crap. Oh my God, I need to get a proper, like, recording camera. You know, nothing extravagant. I think my son picked one up for like $140, like a little mini digital camcorder. It could like shoot in 4K and it had like a display so you could see what you were recording. And I think it might even had an optical zoom, which is what, yeah, these digital zooms suck. Come on. Come on. Come on. Focus. There we go. Okay. So that's where I just hit with the file. And I'm not seeing anything. Let me just hit that again, just so you guys and myself know that there's no but I haven't missed something. So we'll go here. Got that needle, yep, right there. Come on, baby. Yeah, it's harder than a coffin nail. Now, of course, that's a double-edged sword with a gear. I mean, it could be brittle as glass, hard but brittle. We don't want that. We want the best of both worlds, I think. Yeah, I mean, I don't feel it. Come on, focus. Yeah, I don't see anything. Just to give you an idea, I think the old, where I did the last test, I think that's where I did the last test. Is that where I did the last test? Maybe not. Yeah, but I do know that I actually did yesterday go over into a good area of the gear and just kind of ran the file across. I think it might be right there. Come on. Oh my God. Focus. Yeah, Terry's video is always out of focus. Yeah, I think I went through that area in there with the file. Somewhere in there. Yeah, right there, I think. Right there you can kind of, yep, that tooth right there. There. Where my fingernails at. See, yep, see the grooves? Yeah, that's where I hit it last night. Yeah, when I was testing it prior to the email I sent. So you can see there, yeah, and that took like, yeah, nothing to do. So this is hardened. Question is, how skookum is it? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to press this back onto the shaft. I wanted this off the shaft. I didn't want, because you can see I had to get the whole gear red hot, and that would have screwed this up and screwed up the finish and everything else. So I'll press this back on here, and I got to figure out I got to have it in the correct orientation, this flat. Otherwise, it will try to engage where the gears are already screwed up. So, yeah. Okay, so video's getting long, but there. Okay, so this is hardened to what degree or the other. So my experiment continues. Alrighty. Hopefully there's a next part that's successful. Alright guys, so I use the arbor press the gear back on. Okay, yeah, that was interesting. That's kind of marked up the thing where the socket was hitting, the large socket. But yeah, nevertheless, so one thing I will note that might be a little bit behind the 8-ball to begin with, because these pins are normally pressed in here, okay? They don't come out, they don't wiggle. This pin, it deformed because yeah, all the pressures involved. The pin is not, you can't see that with my big dirty finger in the way. Yeah. So we'll see. Okay, so this gear goes in like so. And then this gear I'm going to coat with a little bit of the special grease that's used in the Bane Butts gearboxes. Just to give this the best chance of working here. Well, of course you want to grease it anyhow, right? Well, there we go there. A little bit. Yeah. All right. Looks good to me. Okay. So this one should go in here like this. Make sure I got that about right. Give it a little twist turn. There we go. and then this gear is going to need grease put back on it. A little bit more there. All right, that should be enough to get us going. Yeah, see how that gear kind of, yeah, probably shouldn't do that, but hey man, we work with what we got. Let me grab a rag here. Come on. Oh, so, okay, there's that. Yeah, so that's in there. So I'm going to go ahead and assemble the case here. Little dingus thing there. Probably, well, that, boy, I hope that don't hit. No, I guess it won't. Okay. Yeah, there's like rough edges around here where it tore the gear up, but it don't look like it's going to hit you know, the side of the other gear. So it's probably a good thing. All right, there's that. Got any? Seems like we're going to be okay there. So, what you guys been up to? What's going on? How's life been treating you? Yes, another one of my long, boring videos. So, my working premise is this: can we get these servos, and like for the shoulders, or I mean, if you wanted to do them all, you know, can we pull out, you know, do what is supposed the manufacturer should have done, which is harden the gear? Can we do it on a DIY level and get this gearbox to, you know, to perform the way it's supposed to? Now that doesn't mean it's going to, you know, last forever now, but for God's sake, it should, you know, it needs to perform better than what it's doing. I'm going to do this way because I'm right-handed, and this is taking forever to try to keep it in frame here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to test this. I'm going to test it at 10 foot-pounds, and then I will put 20 foot-pounds on it and see if it just, you know, I mean, if it snaps at 10 foot-pounds, we know, oh, nope, didn't harden the gears correctly. Gears are too brittle now. Yeah, so on and so forth. If by chance it does handle 10 foot-pounds, then we know no harm, no foul. We haven't made things theoretically any worse. If it holds 20 foot-pounds without moving it, okay. If it is, which, yeah, I haven't been able to get it to do it, if it's actually able to function at 20 foot-pounds, which at this point, yeah, I don't know. Hope for the best, you know, pray for the best, expect the worst, yeah. So there we go. I'm going to put this in, and just so you guys know that there's no BS going on, I will mark on here BS. There we go, scribed into there. Will you be able to, no, you won't be able to see that when it's hooked up on the thing, will you? Okay, so, well, for God's sake, take my word for it. It ain't going to be no BS. So, here we go. Next part will be actually testing this. Fingers crossed. Yay. All right. End of this part. Alrighty, I'm back. Same exact test rig setup as before. Um, so, did my hardening of the gear make things worse? We'll find that out first. Show you here. I'm going to go very gingerly with this. And I did lock off the vise this time so it won't like spin uncontrollably. Okay, so there's no load. Okay, let's get that more leveler. Why you twitch? Stop twitching. Okay, so is it at least as strong as it was before? I don't know. So 10 pounds or 4.5 kilos. Back. Okay. I am turning this potentiometer extremely slow, but it's very twitchy. So, 10 kilos, it holds it. 20 kilos. Or, sorry, 4.5 kilograms, 10 pounds. I fully expect this to snap. But who knows? Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Said I wish this pot wasn't so twitchy. Getting a bit more aggressive now, obviously. Go for broke here, I suppose. Notice how I'm not even concerned in the slightest about the damn current draw. Okay. I'm going to call that a success. So what I'm going to do, I'm actually, when I was doing this, I'm going to make a last part. I'm going to take this back apart on camera and check the gear. See if I can see any wear or anything like that. Obviously, I don't want to break it if I don't have to. But that seems to be, yeah, I'm going to run it a little bit more here. I mean, if it breaks, it breaks. I mean, it's already broken-ish, but playing around, I suppose. So that that's encouraging. At least that's something that we as DIYers can address, you know. Okay, that's extremely encouraging. Do without this once. Just kind of listening to the gearing. Seems to be okay. So, yeah, so I'm going to take this apart. The last part will be me taking this apart and looking at the teeth, seeing if I see anything, you know, signs of things. Yeah, but that's okay. This is most excellent result. Yeah, where there's a will, there's a way. So yeah, okay. So next part's coming up, and the monkey pushes the button. All right, back at the bench. I just left it right in place, so you can see there's no silliness or connivery or subterfuge going on. Yeah. So, oh, the motor's a little warm. It's not terribly warm, but yeah, the motor's a little warm. But yeah, considering all the work it was doing. So there we go. This lead. Please excuse the crudity of this and all of my videos. Alrighty, so here. Yeah, that camera looks like it's in good enough position. If you're wondering where this plate come from, it came from Kyle, a member on our team. I'm not going to try to pronounce his last name because I always butcher it. But yeah, so this is part of the next drive that me and Andrew Freeberg or Friedberg. Again, Jesus, I butcher people's names. Apologies. So sorry. So, there's that. There's that. Come on. All right, and yep, you can see the aforementioned BS or no BS, if you will, described in there. Let's see what we got. So, yeah, so let me see. I want to get my bearing here. So this was on like that. Yeah, okay. So that was on like that, which means that all the good teeth are out here, or no, or should be in here. Should be back in here. Okay, so I am a little bit happy because I knew what the problem was, that gear was not hardened, but I did not know, and I've never, ever attempted any sort of gear hardening, you know. Now, my father, he was a blacksmith, well, technically what they call a farrier. He shoed race horses for quite a few tracks on the East Coast. I think he's shoed the smallest, at the time. This is years ago. He's retired. He shoed the smallest horse in the world, the largest horse in the world. He's put shoes on, race horses. These are the kinds that have the little buggies behind them. Um, he's, world champion race horses. Yeah, he was extremely good at what he did. But anyhow, the reason I diverge and off to that tangent is because he used to, quench horseshoes. Uh, he'd put them in the forge and heat them up and bend them and shape them and punch holes and all that other good stuff. And of course, the last thing he did was throw it into a bucket of water to, because of course the process of heating a metal red hot will anneal it, or getting it close to its, anyhow, makes it soft and malleable so it can be worked on the anvil. And then of course, when you got it where you want it and you want it to stay that way, you quench it. So I was like, well, I'm no metallurgist nor blacksmith, but I'm going to give it a try because, hey man, the thing was already freaking broke, right? So this is a possible, my camera's a little high, I think. It's a possible solution for us. All right. And reveal thine secrets. Okay. So, as I said before, that pin is loosey-goosey. That was one thing I'm like, man, that pin being loose is going to affect the gear meshing. And I was worried about that pin letting loose, but obviously it didn't. Okay, so you don't need that bit. There's that, right the way it was. And oh, I forgot, there's grease all over this. Yeah, and of course when I wipe it off with the rag, all the rag fuzzles get all over it. Anyhow, let's take a look, see. So we'll look at these. Oops, get the camera down lower, dummy. There we go. So I'm going to try wiping this off. It's going to get ugly. Sorry. Alright, yeah, and there goes all the red pieces in there. Okay, and here. And so there's that. I think, oh wait, I need to clean that one, Scott. Oh, need a brush. Sorry, I know my videos, you're like, oh my God, this guy just don't shut up. He goes on and on and on. He babbles and he babbles. Well, hey man, it's YouTube. It's free. You don't have to watch my videos. I really don't care. I don't make any money. Never want to, never plan to. I put these out there to help people. If you find them of some use, wonderful, great. Even one person, one guy or lady or other, doesn't matter to me, to each his own. Uh, but yeah, all right. So try to, okay. So the gears. So this was, let me see, it was in here like that. So these were the teeth that were meshing. And let's see if we have any signs. Focus, you piece of crap. Thank you. And look at that. And ho 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 ho. This falls under the category of I'd rather be lucky than good. Maybe this time a little bit of both, huh? I'm not seeing any. At least, you know, where it was engaging. I'm not seeing any teeth. Deformed. Let me look at it from this direction. I'm looking at the screen because I can actually see it better on the screen. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's the solution. Now, at what point will this fail? I got no clue. All I do know is that it doesn't seem to want to fail at 20 foot-pounds, where before it just literally would not even hold the weight and snapped. So I would say we're now more approaching the longevity that this servo reported, the longevity and the strength, the skookumness. Again, I'm sorry my fingernails are dirty, for God's sake. Hey, I'm working here, all right? Deal with it. I know. I mean, your hands are dirty, your fingernails are dirty. Yeah. It's called work, okay? And then, so, okay, yeah. I hear you out there. No, they're called fingernail clippers. Yeah, whatever. I own them. I got fingernail clippers. See? See? Right here on my desk. Here, well, technically they're toenail clippers, but yeah. Quit your bitching. Okay, there we go. So, this will work. This is a solution to a very serious problem. So the manufacturer, I'm going to send this off to him. Say, hey, heat treat your damn gears. That's the problem. That's the mode of failure. So, yeah, I'm liking that. Okay, sorry this video is probably going to be one of my longest, but okay, so yeah, I'm going to wrap this up, I guess, properly. Eh, eh, eh. Up. There we go. Okay, so I'm happy now. There's a way to fix it. I'm not happy that I have to fix it. This should not be a problem in the first place. Wing, WINGXINE, I believe is the name. Yeah, you know who you, yeah. This should not be the end user's problem, okay? I don't know what happened. Don't know if you got in a bad batch of gears or some engineer said, oh, we don't, heat treating's expensive. We don't need to heat treat them. Yes, you do. You have to heat treat, especially the output gear. You heat treated the pinion, so I don't know. Did you switch vendors? Whatever the case, yeah, gotta be heat treated, gotta be done properly. And then, pull pull a few out of a batch. Test them, Rockwell test them, I think it would be what you do for hardness to make sure that they're properly, they're meeting the spec that they need to be. So there we go. Again, I have no idea at which point this gear will fail, but all I do know is that now I'm confident that at 20 foot-pounds, it's not yielding the gears. Now, when these gears do break, they're going to snap. They're not going to bend over and deform. They're just going to shear right off. Because this is harder now. But my worry was, would my process of hardening this, would it make it like glass, so that they were now they were hard but very brittle, which is not going to be as strong. You want something that has both. Um,
a slight amount of ductility, but hard. So anyhow, yeah, I hope you learned something. I did. I learned something. I learned that I can take a piece of crap gear and I can make it usable. You know, I can, yeah. And I've learned now, unfortunately, all these, yeah, I talked to the manufacturer and said, hey, you want to make this right? Send me new gears. I'll put the new gears in, new case hardened gears. You send me the gear and shaft, all this, just this. Send me the ones I need. And for all the other ones that you send out from now on, you better make sure they're case hardened because my Johnny 5 builders will not accept substandard parts when they're paying good money for it. This is why I went to this particular manufacturer because they manufacture them. The best of my knowledge, they are not a reseller. So it is on them to, and it's not a knockoff. They put the video out there, showing more weight than I used in my video at a further range, and it worked just fine. So obviously, at some point, somebody decided to save a little bit of money. Yeah, can't do that. You can't say it will do one thing and then change it so that it is no longer capable of doing that. So there you go. Sorry for my babbling. Terry Andrews Jr., J5 Guru, saying bye for now. Hope you've learned something cool, and now go build. And as always, the monkey pushes the button.